Well, I've had diabetes since I was 3 years old, diagnosed at 3. My dad was a beer drinker. My grandfather was a beer drinker. They always sit around the afternoon having a beer. And I always sipped it, got a chance to sip it. And it turned out that was actually the beginning of a downfall for me. And I am now a recovering alcoholic.
Bobby and I are friends, and there's certain times over the last few years that he's needed a little assistance here and there. He has had care providers come in, but they usually leave because they are moving to a different job that needs to be making more money. I'm retired, and Bobby just, he needed help, and so here I am.
Before they unionized, we had problems finding quality people to do the work. We were getting people, drug addicts, living on welfare. So the county said, well, then you need to go to work. And so they put them into in-home supportive services, sign them up to come out and take care of us. And I've had many of rip-offs, where people have stolen from me because they're trying to feed their addiction.
A lot of people that do this are single people without a decent living wage. They're not going to have the money they need to pay their month-to-month expenses. That in turn is going to cause them to seek employment elsewhere. And the fact that, if he didn't have somebody coming to his home and helping to take care of him, he might not last very long here. And that was my concern, was that he had a quality to his life and that he could continue living a normal day-to-day existence that he wouldn't have if he were put in a rest home or a nursing home.
I know they're there for a reason, but they're unsupervised. There was a lady coming into my room, standing by my bed, always asking, "Are you for me? Are you for me?" And when you're blind and your wheelchair is not available, it's a little scary. And I always had to ring to get help to get to the restroom. I had no independence whatsoever there. And then you're taken down and put into a cafeteria situation to eat, and it's just, I know the people have a reason to be there, but I'm not there yet.
When I was in my early 20s, I worked for the federal government. We had a union, and there was someone who wanted to bring another union in, and that didn't work out so well for our group. And I saw the same thing happen at my ex-husband's job with the city of Fresno. They had a union, the union changed, and things didn't quite run as well as they had with the original union. I spoke with Bobby in great length over the fact that, I've got these two things coming to my house, and what should my choice be? And he told me his involvement with the union back in the 80s, and that was what I based my decision on, was that you stick with what's been working.
SEIU is the original, from my understanding. And I don't know how to say this or phrase this. I've met both sides of the fence. The SEIU people come across to me as being very much more sincere than the other group. I ask the people that are listening that they let UHW continue in the manner in which it's going. I do not want to go back to what it was before they got here.
I don't know, change is good, but then some change isn't healthy. And if SEIU has been here for 20 years and has been working, then SEIU should stay here for another 20 years and keep working.